Welcome back now to Around the World. From the China Daily, a senior Chinese military officer says the United States should halt its so-called close-in aerial and naval surveillance of China. Well, that was General Fan Changlong's message to visiting U.S. National Security Advisor Susan Rice. But a top U.S. naval officer says that's wishful thinking. Here's more.
The message comes as Sino-American relations are at their coolest in years. Fan told Rice that the U.S. should take what he calls a correct view of the development of Chinese military and decrease and even end close-in ship and aircraft surveillance of China. Fan's remarks highlighted the wide gaps that have developed on a variety of issues between the countries since Chinese President Xi Jinping met with U.S. President Barack Obama in California in July last year. Rice stressed to her host the significance of her spending 3 days in Beijing when the United States faces pressing concerns elsewhere. But she says her immediate task was limited to setting the agenda for Obama's planned visit in November. He will attend an Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Beijing and then meet with Xi for a day. But at least one U.S. military official is pushing back. The U.S.'s top naval officer says his country will not stop or reduce its reconnaissance near the Chinese coast. However, he says that a recent air incident should not define the U.S.-China relationship. Admiral Jonathan Greenert was talking about the August 19 close encounter between a Chinese People's Liberation Army Navy fighter jet and a U.S. Navy reconnaissance airplane about 200 kilometers off China's Hainan Island. While Greenert described the Chinese pilot's behavior as unprofessional, Chinese Ministry of Defense spokesperson Yang Yujun said it was professional, and instead called on the U.S. to reduce and ultimately stop its close-in reconnaissance of China. China has repeatedly raised the surveillance issue to the U.S. over the years, regarding it as a provocative act and an impediment to improving bilateral military ties. Greenert is expected to meet with PLA Navy Commander Admiral Wu Shengli at the 21st International Sea Power Symposium at the U.S. Naval War College next week in Newport, Rhode Island. The two have met 4 times in the past year, which Greenert said was more times than meetings with chiefs from other nations. He emphasized the importance of avoiding miscalculation through increased communication, citing last December's close encounter of a PLA Navy fleet and the USS Cowpens in the South China Sea. The situation was resolved through bridge-to-bridge communication between the Chinese aircraft carrier Liaoning and the Cowpens. The captain of the Chinese carrier visited the Pentagon last September. Greenert also praised China for hosting the biennial Western Pacific Naval Symposium in Qingdao this April.